This meeting, at the instance of the Finance Minister, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, and the economic team, is to give an update on the 2015 budget passed by the National Assembly Tuesday, April 28th. The minister said the budget, which shows a 67.43 billion naira increase in the expenditure outlay, moving it up to 4.493 trillion naira, is a slight difference from that proposed by the president. She said the benchmark of oil price was raised $1 from the proposed $52 per barrel by the lawmakers, generating an extra revenue of 54.25 billion naira for the federal government to cushion the increments made. But the minister said the report that fuel subsidy was removed from the 2015 budget is untrue.
It's important to note that the National Assembly approved the 100 billion naira provisioned for PMS and 45.2 billion provision for kerosene subsidy. They approved that. So it is not true that they passed the budget without approving the subsidy. Obviously, what is here in the budget will not be sufficient to cover what has been done. But this is not new.
The minister, however, warned that the country is still facing a cash flow crunch, which must be appropriately and consistently managed until the tide is over, saying the borrowing plan was increased by over 300 billion naira in this year's budget.
Last year, the borrowing came down to about 570 or so billion. But this year, because of the very difficult cash flow situation, we provided in the budget for 882 billion in borrowing, about 380 billion of that external borrowing, that's about equivalent to $2 billion, and the balance of 502 for domestic borrowing.
Significant increments made in the 2015 budget awaiting presidential assent are federal government revenue raised by 39.294 billion naira, while aggregate expenditure was raised by 67.43 billion naira. The aggregate capital expenditure increased by 58.57 billion naira, while the National Assembly allocation increased by 5 billion naira. Omelogo Nadi, Channels Television News.